Yahee! Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Nice.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to the FLYBUCK Podcast. Today, you got your biggest, bestest host, Sincere, host of the FLYBUCK Podcast, and I'm joined with
the co-host, Marcos, to the FLYBUCK Podcast. We hope you guys stay because we got a great episode coming. Why? Because we're here. Secondly, Ryan, HR's in the building. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Ryan.
Ryan here, HR of the FLYBUCK department.
Yep, HR department.
he's actually in a different room in a cubicle right now. Yeah.
HR is brought to our attention, right? If you've been living under a rock, or better yet, living inside a vault, you may have missed out on Amazon's. Am I plugging Amazon? Amazon's video game inspired TV show. I believe it's just season 1.
It's
right?
sponsored by Amazon?
Yeah, it's made by Amazon.
Oh, I didn't know Amazon.
Yeah, it's an Amazon product. They took elements from the video games that's been around, for decades now. It's a video game inspired TV show. It's just season 1. It's called Fallout, right? Yeah. Have you ever played the
I never
Fallout
played.
games?
How many Fallouts are there?
Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3. New Vegas, Fallout 4, Fallout 76. So I would say 6 games total.
Oh, yeah?
8. There's also Fallout Tactics and like Fallout Brotherhood.
Oh, they threw Brotherhood away, bro. That was never it's not. That was their worst shit. It's their worst experience. Yeah.
Was it a game that came out?
Yeah. It was on a PS2 when it took a different direction, like a beat 'em up style compared to like a story driven. You know what I mean? Open world, and they said, "Don't fucking bring this up. Don't talk about this shit."
It's
so
like
here's a refund.
You can't really say it, Ryan. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This TV show, I have not personally watched it. I've played the games. I've actually been looking a lot into the lore as to what Fallout is based off of.
So what kind of game is Fallout, though?
So it's a post-apocalyptic world, open world, where it depends on the game that you play, but generally you play as a character who's kind of thrown into this cluster of war. You know, it's kind of like the saying that they have in these games is war never changes. You know, because you have these different factions. Some of them have the same beliefs.
Was Fallout the game that came out originally that everybody hated, and then they re-released it?
Well,
but he was saying that it came out with no NPCs because it was supposed to be a post-apocalyptic game.
Yeah.
But why did they change that though? Like,
because they're done.
Doesn't that kind of ruin it?
They rushed the shit out of the game.
Yeah.
So like Fallout, when you play Fallout and you played any of the original games, the whole game is based on meeting people and talking and stuff, and all the encounters you have. It's all based on that. So when Fallout 76 came out, an online open world RPG where a lot of people could play together, and they just came out to find out the only things you could fucking talk to is a computer and a robot or two. And now maybe a robot too. I don't even know if robots exist, but basically it was just super bland and bare bones. So like you'd only get like quests just from your like Pit Boy, basically the little tech gadget you had to access your inventory.
Okay, so now they added people.
But they added people. They've had a lot of DLCs and expansions since then. And so it's been out for like I think like 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years.
5+ years now. So it's been a lot better.
Yeah, that's weird how the initial taste will ruin it, because it ruined it for me. Because when I heard about that, that's all I needed to be like, I'm not getting that shit.
Yeah.
But okay, so but now, bro, why you played all of them, or you just played a certain?
I played 3 up until I like played one session, like maybe in 30 minutes, which is like really nothing on Fallout 76. So I've been invested into the franchise for some time. New Vegas more. That's kind of like my Fallout game. You really have like. When there's like a talk of the best Fallout game, they say either Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas. That recipe is kind of like right there. They really got it. So this is like more in the 2010s is when I think Fallout 3 came out.
Oh, wow. Yeah. It's a while ago.
Yeah, and it's still like people still play it to this day.
I think Fallout 3 actually came out like 2008.
Yeah, it was somewhere in that time.
Better than Borderlands 3?
I would say
Borderlands 3 is more gun shooting, where you're just nonstop shooting things. Yeah. Fallout is you're talking to people, you have to think shit out, and you can't go guns blazing depending on the situation, how much shit you have.
Yeah, you definitely have a lot more power in Fallout series because you tend to have factions that you can side with. In New Vegas, you could be part of like the strip, right? Like the casinos, you could work with them. You work for the NCR, right, which is like the New California Republic, kind of the new like military branch out there. So kind of working with like the government. Or there's like the Legion, which have more of like a slave-based operation where they have a dictator. Well, his name was Caesar, or he called him like a Kaiser, who leads like that faction. It's like we do what I do, we do what I say we're gonna do, and they kind of kidnap people, make slaves, and
put them on sticks and shit.
Yeah, for punishment.
Neither of you
like
guys
that.
seen the show though?
Not seen the show.
You seen the show?
I watched the whole thing.
Oh,
You watched
okay,
how many
perfect.
episodes did they got so far?
They have 8 episodes on there.
So they released the whole season.
Yep, which is really fucking good. Thank God. 'Cause
Like I
got
feel like that's
binge
kind of
it.
rare that they
It is
released.
rare.
The whole season.
It was a hit. I would say there's a lot of, especially in the algorithm right now, Fallout has been popping up more and more because of the concepts behind these, right? What I've heard with Amazon's Fallout, I've not seen it myself, definitely need to, is that they capture its likeness. You know what I mean? Halo came out, right, as a show as well, right?
I watched both shows. I could definitely see the
Yeah.
comparison.
So Halo's games is fantastic, like goated franchise, right?
Yeah.
The TV show, you would really like it if you never played any of the Halo games. This is more of a like romantic, dramatic, like with kind of the elements of Halo, more of like wearing the armor, being in the environment, rather than being like, hey, this is a Halo show, you know?
Yeah.
It's like Halo inspired. With Fallout, I think they did really well with the casting, just kind of seeing some of the characters through the trailers. There's a coming of age story. You know, you get the innocence from somebody who's been sheltered in a vault for, do you know the Fallout story? I probably should ask you that. Okay, so,
Not at all.
yeah, I think the year was, actually, Ryan, can you get the year? Because I know my message. I get the general consensus, though.
I forgot to give you the laptop.
Yeah. So, the U.S. is at war with China, right? And they feel it's inevitable that they're going to start launching nukes, right?
Facts.
We're going to go into all-out nuclear war. This time, I would say it's probably like around year 2000, 32, 52, something in that range.
Oh, fuck, that's not that.
Right. And so they started investing heavily into these dwellings, right? These vaults, which essentially are to preserve human life, right? They go with the companies that run it is Vault Tech. They also work with Enclave, which is part of the military branch, right? But they're kind of like, like Illuminati, if you will.
Wait, what are
doing
they
social
making
experiments.
though? Like, what are they?
So they make these vaults, right?
Okay, so they're just holding people.
Yeah.
Are they like freezing them in there, or are
So-
they just like literally sitting in there
So
waiting for the bombs?
the pitch was, hey, everything's gonna go to hell. We're gonna keep you safe. Once it's safe to come back out, we'll open up the vault. You guys will be able to do whatever, so we could conserve humanity and then prosper once
Yeah.
all the radiation, the modifications.
I'm just asking about the vault itself. Was it kind of just vague? I guess?
So
The year was 2077.
2077.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's meant to be kind of the thing is vague.
So it depends on which one you got. There's a series of vaults, right?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, the numbers go up to like 111, 112, even more than that, right? And each of these, how it's petitioned to you is, hey,
Swear jar. I said, oh fuck.
oh, so it's petitioned to you, right? Hey, come over here. You know, you give us some money, you save a spot for yourself to be part of the future, right?
Yeah.
We're going to go into this warfare that we may not come back from. Make sure you save you and your family's life. You come join here. You get your own little, your own room. There's people. There's food. There's all these rations that will be able to last us for hundreds of years, right? And people, unbeknownst to them, were entering these experimental labs, right?
Okay.
Vault-Tec and Enclave were
Yeah.
wanting to test the boundaries of human experiences, right?
Yeah, I'm imagining like this
Dude.
really happening and like what kind of
That's what
vault
I'm
they would have
saying.
to have for me to go in.
Okay.
Because honestly, I'm not going into a vault where they're like extra food rations.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather die than just survive on rations until we come up into a nuclear world.
Yeah.
If the alternative was like we get the how do you say it? Cryogenic, like freezing
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
Star Wars
You
freezing.
know, it's funny that you bring that up because one of the vaults, they pretend to decontaminate all the residents, but they end up just freezing all of them and keeping them in cryogenic tanks, just like you said.
That was one of the experiments.
See, you could have just told me, bro, because I would rather be kept like that.
Yeah.
And then hopefully maybe wake up, like who cares? But by that point, like we'll kind of see what's in the future.
Well, in that time frame,
wait, I don't know.
Yeah, in the game, you actually end up having there's a malfunction. So the person who's overseeing the vault, the overseer.
How creative.
Yeah, so he's they'll inform the overseer, hey, we're doing this experiment. Don't tell nobody, right? We're going to have you be the leader here. Make sure everything's go smoothly. We'll supply you with some robots, some supplies. You make sure that these tanks don't freeze, right? Somewhere along the lines, shit gets like. Somewhere along the lines, yeah, swear jar. Somewhere along the lines, there's a malfunction, right? And people are being let out of their chambers way earlier than they were supposed to, and you are the sole survivor in the fourth game, right? You watch your son get kidnapped by a person that you don't really know, looks like a bandit or raid or whatever the case would be. Something got into the vault, kidnaps your son, kills your wife right in front of you. You're frozen, not able to do nothing, right?
Oh, shit.
And they look at you.
That's okay. So there are other. So the other bandits probably coming from a different vault.
No, from the surface.
So there's some people who didn't get to go into the vaults.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Swear jar.
So
Swear
for the
jar.
vaults, Vault Tech only chose a selective few, so like the rich elite people,
Yeah.
people who actually award it,
Some of
veterans
them,
and
yeah.
stuff like that, yeah. And then some vaults are allowed open to the public just for the reason for experiments and shit like that.
Yeah.
And it was funny in the Fallout show. They in one of the scenes that shows all the maps of where they have all the vaults. We have one in Portland.
Really?
Hypothetically, yeah.
That's pretty cool. Which is interesting.
Oh, like for the okay, because it
Yeah.
is using like a map of America.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We have one in Portland.
Like in Portland, it's like the dot is right over us. It's somewhere like in like the hills and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that's sick.
That's cool. Yeah, I said that's cool. Because also, Portland is not very, like, we don't have any military bases over here. Like, we're one of the most pointless states to attack in warfare. They're going for Los Angeles, for sure. Yeah. Los Angeles, New York, I don't doubt Texas. Like, Portland is one of those.
All the heavy ports.
Yeah, we wouldn't be
Yeah.
a statement, bro.
They're
Fuck.
like, get rid of those hippies.
Swear jar. So, I would say how it's petitioned to you is not going to be the experiment. That's kind of, it's counterintuitive, right? They don't want you to know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
It's more of to project that safety for you and your family, right?
Yeah.
There might be, well, I'll tell you, I can tell you a list of some
Yeah.
of the vault experiments if you want to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it, yeah.
All right. I'm not going to have the vault numbers, so forgive me, viewers.
Yeah, I'm not gonna remember them either.
Okay,
You can look
cool.
at looking them up.
It's gonna be. There's a lot to look up.
There's a lot of. Okay, so I'll just say, because generally it's the same idea, right?
Okay.
So there's vaults. There's one vault where there's a singular man, right? And there's about close to 70 women, right?
Oh.
That's it. That's the whole vault,
Did
right?
he do that on?
No, bro, you get put into this, right?
Yeah.
The experiment was what happens if we put one man and 69 women. I think it's Vault 69, which would be hilarious,
wow.
right? But there is a vault that's one of the experiments, right? There's another vault, right? That
But I kind of want to know how that. How
hey,
the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I mean,
turned
do they brief in like after like okay we figured out
No. They
Well,
don't.
actually,
lot of pregnant
what
like-
I'll tell you with this one, and this was Fallout 3's dilemma, right? So this vault had enough supplies to last it. I almost want to say a lifetime, right? They were in there for, I would say, about 200 years, right, in this vault. And they have the supplies to survive. However, there's only 100 people there, right? So you have 100 to 200 people in there over 200 years. The breeding, right, how they mate, at some point they got to a point where they all became sterile. You can't breed more when all the genes are already like mixed in together because you have 200 years of the same 100 DNA So now, you can't keep messing around with your family because you can't have kids properly, right? That was one of the dilemmas that they were facing. So
dilemma.
Yeah.
Experiment.
Yeah, exactly. So there was some conflict in there saying, hey, we should open up the vault to, get people to start breeding with us so we can keep this going. But the issue is if you open up the vault prematurely, you might be exposing yourself to, or whatever, even any occasion, opening up the vault, people raiding you, getting diseases that you're not supposed to be having because you've been extreme radiation. You know what I mean? There's things that make your body grotesque, make you sick, and sometimes you're not gonna have the resources to like save that person, right?
Drugs like that shit like called right away. So if you get radiation sickness, if you take right away, as the name suggests, it just takes the radiation away.
Yeah.
Stim packs, you have a fucking broken foot, a broken hand, just stab your shit.
Yeah.
Fixed.
Yeah. So there's obviously like time has progressed, there's technology advancements, medicine advancements, and then something like
even
thereof.
in the show is like that.
Yeah, you actually the show is really good with the gore and the details. You actually get to see a foot reform at some point in the show, and it's so fucking gross.
Yeah. So going back to the vaults, obviously we just talked about one that was meant to be normal, but you get to this dilemma. One with just you and some shorties, not bad. There's one where it was meant to be more family based, right? So that's how they kind of lured their demographic. And once the doors were locked, they killed all the parents and had all the kids go through intense trainings to become super soldiers and stuff.
Wasn't it like only the smartest ones stay alive?
Yeah. So they were killing.
Sorry, explain that one again. I don't feel like
they were petitioning to have more families be included into this vault, being more of like a family-oriented vault. Mm-hmm. And when they closed the doors, right, the experiment was, can we make these children into super soldiers, right? Anyone who would disagree with our experiments would need to die. Yeah. And that was all of the parents. You know what I mean? Wow. So they killed all the parents, only left the kids alive. And they were strength, skill, intelligence, agility, aptitude, everything that you need in a super soldier. They were experimenting, how could we increase this, right? And for that, man, the testing went on for years and years. And you start raising these children to only know warfare, right? And they start getting to the age where they realize they're just guinea pigs. And then they would retaliate, shut down the whole vault, and then who knows where they went after that, right? You might be in one of those, Yeah. But they don't tell you
fucking psychopath, super soldier, orphan, swear jar.
Yeah, yes, yeah, and it's terrible.
Imagine just eating lunch next day, bro. You thought it was sweet.
Yeah.
You ain't got no parents, bro.
Dude, they're just a bunch of Batmans, bro. Just running around.
Another vault is a crazy one where they had like all the regular people on there and stuff like that, regular old place. And they
get closer to your mic, sorry.
So the vault, it was a regular old vault with, regular families and stuff like that. And what they did for their experimentation was pump all like mankind's like known diseases in there and see how they could like fight against it and stuff like that. So like they pumped it like through like the gas vents and all of that. So like throughout the days people were getting like sick and shit.
Is that AIDS? Is that a swear?
And then another one was kind of like the same thing. But instead of pumping the diseases, they pumped them full of like psychedelics and like drugs and stuff in the air and see how they react to it and shit.
Yeah, so that with that faction or that experiment, it was meant to be more of a, well, if I'm remembering this correctly and quoting, if I'm referencing your vault correctly, my apologies. So they have blue group, red group, right?
Yeah.
Can we convince them to dislike each other, feel like the other one's out to get them, right? So they would start with a lot of subliminal messages, right? Kids would hear from their terminals, little computers and stuff, that it would turn on and off. It would start screaming, right? They would get these effects in their room, like a lot of gaslighting, like dimming the lights, saying that there's a fly infection when there isn't a fly infection, things like that. And they would go to the doctors who were in on it, right? and be prescribed these drugs that increase their hallucinations, their paranoia, exactly. And the overseer was a part of it, right? And so what happened was that you have this blue side and this red side feeling like they're both out to kill each other, and it just boils up till they finally just explode and just start going at each other, so some experiments are meant just to watch it, watch the thing burn,
crash out.
Speaking of that, there was actually a vault that you might even be able to go into, right? So what they did is they got a bunch of drug addicts, right? And what they did is they closed the vault, got all these drug addicts to come completely clean. Like, if they said they had the medicine there when you were getting in, they took all that stuff out, right? And these people were actually like starting to get on the better path, right? Until I think month 4 or somewhere along the lines, right? They wanted to see what happens if we reintroduce these drugs to these now newly rehabbed
drug addicts.
Yeah, drug addicts, and it was bonkers, dude. Like there's, because you find out that this crate of drugs is coming, of all your favorite drugs. I know you got a lot of them.
Oh, okay.
It's coming, bro, all at once, you know? So there's people who turned a new leaf. They're like, man, I don't want to do this, man. We should all stop and stuff. We should stop you guys from doing this. You guys are going to lapse. That's why you want it so bad, like it's killing you. Like, we're better now. No. All hell broke loose. Yeah, they got to the drugs and people were left and right killing each other for it.
Oh, yeah.
It got that. Everybody died in that vault.
Oh, wow.
Everyone, including the overseer. Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh, so there's an overseer for each vault?
Yes.
Each vault.
The overseer is aware as to what the experience are, right? Some of them retaliate. So there was a overseer who had like the informants, so people say, hey, this is our experiment. He closed the door early. He killed the people who said this is the experience we're running. He disagreed with it. One of the best vaults. You know what I mean? Because it's like, hey, we're just gonna survive, right?
Yeah. Okay. So even the overseers are like almost like a manager.
Yeah.
Not really like the actual owner of the company.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, because the owner of the company is usually at home.
Yeah.
Like when the shit's really going on. You know?
Yeah.
Swear jar. Yeah, when the stuff is really cracking off, the owner is usually back at home. The manager is like in the store managing the employees and stuff. Hence the name. So okay. Now I'm kind of getting the power dynamic between like the overseers and stuff.
Right.
That's weird. Okay, so there's some overseers obviously then that are going against the man.
Yeah. Well, I would say kind of few. It was one that went against the man.
Yeah, like I used to have a teacher named Mr. Chu, and he was I don't pay my taxes.
That's not. Whoa, okay.
Yeah, he told us that, and then I think he got like fired the next year.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't come back.
Not paying. That's a bigger issue.
Yeah, he could already went to jail.
That's a way. Tax evasion is crazy. I wouldn't do that experiment.
He just like, I don't believe in that.
Yeah, that's wow. Okay.
Like now that I'm older, I'm like, oh, he was kind of dumb.
He's kind of a criminal. And to a group of kids too. You're like, because he was cool, man. He had a lot of influence.
Well, I mean, he was wearing sandals and cargo pants and long hair and played instruments. Cool as hell.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
To kids, but not paying your taxes, man.
That part is pretty crazy. Yeah.
See the roads out here? All right, let's get back on topic.
So, I would say, let's say, because there are some tensions boiling, especially overseas, that have been, boiling.
Yeah, I was about to say, what's the rest of the world like? Because this is just America, right?
Yeah.
No, it's the whole world is in a wasteland.
Everything.
So basically, after the war, all the places got nuked and all of that. Everything became a wasteland.
They just nuked Africa because?
Yeah, everything.
Like, America and China were fighting. They're like hit France and Africa too while we're here.
Yeah. It's weird because there's still some like Chinese remnants, so people of the army who have survived like the blast and stuff, but they're on foreign territory. They're in America, right? So in Fallout 3, you kind of see some of their some of that faction still lingering around, like. And you start seeing that they have delis and there's like a factory called like Mama Sweets that was like a front for the Chinese government to kind of spy in on some people.
Oh, wow.
And you start reading these like in the terminals of computers, you start reading these files as to, how they were looking into us and the fronts that they had and stuff. And
are any of the Chinese still alive in the game?
So,
yeah,
I would say it's strongly suggested that they're not. That it's just kind of America. But you'll still have some Chinese soldiers who've been like ghoulified, right? So their body's been exposed to X amount of radiation.
Yeah.
Their skin's falling off. They get raspy. They lose their hair, right? But they're able to survive hundreds of years, and they don't need to consume water or food as much as we do. And then you have some ghouls that turn completely feral. They just lose all sense, and they're very much animalistic. In the Fallout series, on Amazon, you meet a ghoul who is able to carry himself. I think he's probably like a mercenary. I haven't seen it. Bounty hunter? Okay, perfect. So there's ways to survive out in the wasteland.
So one that's aware enough to be a bounty hunter.
Yeah, and actually in some parts of Fallout New Vegas, which is set in Las Vegas, Nevada, some people have a kink to have sex with ghouls.
Wow.
Yeah. So ghouls.
Oh, well, I can see. Yeah.
Yeah, ghouls. They tend to be. Am I racist? Ghouls
Asian?
tend to be addicted to drugs.
Oh.
No, it's what they.
Is that
need.
racist?
It's what they need to prevent them to becoming feral.
Oh, okay.
Zombies.
Yeah. There's like this addiction that happens with ghouls. Needing like chems and jets, like parts of the game that these are like drug names for them, well, chems, I guess. And so they can't procreate, they can't make ghoul babies or nothing like that, but they don't lose their sex drive, right? Even though your skin's falling off, like exposed flesh, a raspy voice, how you doing, smooth skin? Like that's really what they call you, And yeah, dude, and people pay money to have sex with that,
Oh yeah, I mean, I bet, bro. People got some. There's a kink that like they like seeing when they have sex in the butt. When it comes out, they like seeing some of the butt come out. It's what is it called? It's like there's one, I think it's called rosing, but there's like a real like pulse or ovulating something. But like they like seeing that red meat kind of like linger out a little bit, or like a little bit of it dangle.
Like
and some people measure it, bro.
That is gross.
Yeah, bro, it's wicked, man.
Talking about another vault, there's a vault. The guy, so it's just a single dude, right? They put a single dude in a vault with a crate full of puppets. And when this dude, he obviously turned crazy, made friends with these puppets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he left the vault and he was about to get like killed by some raiders, but he ended up killing the 2 raiders and dubbed the name the Puppet Man. So everyone in the wasteland just knows this man just walking around with puppet on his hand like, don't fuck with that guy, bro.
Dude, that guy, and he was in his vault for so long that he had multiple puppets, right? And so he had like the main one, I think like 2 others, or maybe 1 other, and then one night one of the other puppets like dies, right? And he hears the voices and he's like, oh, who killed this? Like, who killed the puppet? And then that's when the raiders come in. They're like, I didn't kill the puppet. I didn't kill him. And they're like, what? This dude's crazy, So they tie him up. Yeah, the kid. And then one of them was like, you're gonna piss off the puppet, you know what I mean? And they're all making fun of him. One of the raiders does something. He comes back like the raider's dead. Like that was supposed to watch him is dead. And it was like he talks to it. It's pretty crazy, man. There's a lot of. I mean, you think about these social experiences, man, we very much could be in one. I mean, I don't doubt with like TikTok and, just that whole like 3 seconds to get into a video.
Would you get into one?
Would I get into a vault?
Yeah.
That scares me. I don't
Man.
Nukes are coming. Would you get into one?
Yeah, because there's definitely people who survive. You hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pitter patter.
I don't know. That's a good question because there's definitely people who have survived out there. Like there's still life, happening outside of the vaults. Yeah. It's
but they're not ghouls either.
No, they're humans.
I mean, I'd say it definitely took a minute for like regular humans to come back up because they had to wait for the age to settle. But all the people who didn't get to like a regular bunker or a vault by then was either ghoulified or feral ghoul by then.
Yeah, and well, there's a religious group in there called the Children of Adam who've actually developed a immunity to radiation.
Wow.
Right, so they don't turn into ghouls. They don't have hair falling out, and I don't know. Part of their initiation is very weird. You have to see like this ghost, and you get drugged, and I don't know. It's a weird.
I mean, if you get to become I mean, do you become anti-radiation through the ritual, or do you have to do it because you were part of their?
It depends. What the leader suggested is that some just have that genetic ability to be immune to the radiation. Others have to be, kind of how do I say this? Like treated,
exposed to it. Or?
Yeah, like give them the immunity by like building their tolerance, if you will. Yeah, that part is interesting.
Yeah, Fallout's weird.
Yeah, it's very game. Yeah. There's a lot more stuff that we're leading on to.
Bro,
it's
no, just the vaults idea itself.
Dude,
was like that's a crazy
it's
idea.
Wicked. It's honestly just cruel.
Yeah,
it's these people have either paid or petitioned, and some people, especially in Fallout 4, the guy who signed you up to go into your vault never got to go into the vault.
Nope.
Like, he worked for Vault Tech. He was like, hey, come to this vault. We're like, okay, cool, we'll go, right? He ends up outside during the bombs, and he turns into a ghoul that's lived for 200 years. And people, especially there's a faction called Brotherhood of Steel, hate these ghouls. They hate ghouls and they hate synthetic humans.
They're just
right?
racist. They're literally racist.
At first they were like, at first the dude, like, previous games were like, hey man, let's just not abuse technology.
Yeah.
And then in 4 they were like, brother.
Since ghouls, no, they get no rights.
Yeah. So
I mean, shit. Are all ghouls evil or no?
No.
They just look gross.
Some of them are, but they're just
if
like
they're
regular.
feral, they're bad.
Feral because you're basically a zombie at that point. You have no.
Okay, but before that, it's just more of like a sickness.
It's not even you're just deformed at that point.
Yeah, that's like you're sick, pretty much. Like your skin's falling off.
So that's how I was just like. That's how I'm saying, like, they're racist because once you're a ghoul, it's kind of like a new race because you're altered.
Yeah. And what I was gonna mention is, and what we didn't touch on, was synthetic humans. Like,
what is it?
So there's different generations of them, starting from just like Gen 1 is very mechanical, very robot-esque, right? The more advanced ones, Gen 3, are just like you and me, right? They eat, breathe, bleed, everything. The only way to find out that they were a synthetic human is if you kill them. All of them share a synthetic component in their body, right? Aside from that, these Gen 3 synths are often sent on scouting missions. They abduct you, take you back to their own base, kill you, program a person who is one-to-one of you, right, to go see, hey, what does it look like out there? What do they do? What are their habits?
To go spy.
To go spy on them, right? There are some who have no awareness, right? Or maybe some self-awareness. It depends. That they have all these memories of being kids, of having a family, activities they used to do when they were younger, programmed, and they had no idea. You know what I mean? Like their memories aren't even their memories. Like, they literally got that from a person who was once living, downloaded all their data, killed them, and now they put it into you. Yeah. Right. And those types of synths have their own like free will. Because obviously you're like, wait, I had no idea I was this. Now I want to be, maybe I don't want to go be an experiment or a puppy. Yeah. Yeah. I want to go fight against it and things like that. So,
do they have any? Do they have buffs?
Buffs?
Like, are they extra strong? Are they just?
I mean, they're like robots, so they could be strong. They can hit hard. Better with
they're more durable than a person.
It depends. So some of them are more robotic, like Generation 1, right? And there's some that are more cybernetic, right? So share a human, but you could upgrade like parts of them to be more resilient. They're trying to mimic being a human. So yes, this would be one-to-one of a human. Aside from when they die, they have a computer chip in them, right? Yeah, they have flesh just like how you have flesh.
But that's also they could avoid the you gotta kind of, I guess, risk the gun arm to make sure that they don't get hit.
And one fucked up one messed up occasion that happened in Fallout 4 was you have this family who lives on a farm. The dad ends up getting kidnapped one night, right? And only one of the other farmers saw it, right? And they get replaced by a synth, right? Synthetic human. and
synth.
Yeah. And people's reactions to this new farmer were like, wait, that's weird. Like, Dave's never done that before. He's never had this happy attitude. He's always been complaining and really cruel to people. Like, I like this new Dave. So, like, your husband or your kids, like, they're like, oh, yeah, this guy's way better than our actual dad. You know what I mean? So, even if he is a synthetic human.
What's the company called?
You know what I mean? Institute.
Oh, thanks, Institute.
Yeah. You don't let
Does your wife suck? Send her in.
Yeah. But that faction is kind of crazy. Like, they turned, like, if you work for the Institute, right? Let's say you steal like a pack of cigarettes. They're gonna turn you into a super mutant. Like, they're going to,
my God.
They're going to put you in a holding cell and pump you with drugs, and you feel every limb like expand and all your insides going, like, being stretched out.
It doesn't sound like it's worth working.
A pack of cigarettes, bro. That's and he turned into a behemoth.
Who are the top dogs of this place, like of this world?
So
I'm assuming the main character is a dude who survived one of these vaults. Is the idea? Like, you're coming out of the world after the bombing and stuff, right? So are you coming from a vault?
It depends on the game, but
the
normally,
Fallout game.
Yeah, normally.
Okay. What about this TV show?
So, TV show. It follows 3 main characters. It follows a ghoul character who didn't come from a vault.
A ghoul.
Yeah, it follows a ghoul, and then it follows a guy who was raised in the wasteland, and it follows a girl that was raised in a vault. So it follows 3 characters. Fallout 76, you come out of a vault. New Vegas is actually one of the games you don't start out in a vault. You're just a carrier in the desert who gets shot in the head, but still survived. Wrong place, wrong time, but you survive. And then your whole mission at that point is go find that motherfucker who shot you in the head.
Dude, this guy. He was like, this guy killed me. Now I'm mad.
I'm on my way to get him.
Yeah, that's why I like the New Vegas. That one's more unhinged. Like, you just want your lick back. Every other one, there was a reason why. Like, your kid got kidnapped. You know, like, you're running out of supplies, or you've breeded too much within yourself.
Fallout 3, your dad leaves the vault and you go chase his ass. You're like, Dad, come back.
Which, ironic, hilariously enough, is Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson is your dad in Fallout 3.
He is.
Like, they
2K'd his face in there?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Oh, dude. Skin. Oh, I just remembered, actually. There was this vault where the Overseer put everybody in a 1940s era simulation.
Oh yeah, the simulation. I forgot.
And the people who are in there are trapped in this, like, purgatory of this. It's weird. The Overseer is this old white man who, in the simulation, changed himself to, like, a young white girl.
It's like a 10-year-old little white girl.
Yeah, and he like makes people, like, cheat on each other or steal stuff from each other.
No one has free will.
How did he change his own body?
It's a simulation.
So everyone's kind of like in a...
Yes, everybody's in, like, a trance, and I don't know if they're in, like locked in rooms.
Matrix.
Yeah, exactly.
Got you. Because everyone is connected in that Matrix thing. Right. They're all in that room. Mm-hmm. Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So he has them, like, all under control, and all of them have, like, a routine. He could do whatever he wants, and then he could literally kill all of them and then reset it.
Yeah.
And shit. And then it's funny because it's in Fallout 3, your dad is the one that gets stuck in there, and you have to go in there and save him. And there's, like, 2 possible endings. You could find a way to end the simulation. You could either become a serial killer for some reason and just fucking murder everyone in the simulation and fuck it up for him, or you could break the system and, like, break everyone out and stuff like that, basically free everyone.
Free everyone or end their suffering.
And their suffering, yeah, one of the two, because it's like, you know how I told you, like, people were, like, getting told, like, oh, if you just hop in this little pod, we're gonna get you settled and all that.
Yeah, they're gonna put you in simulation, bro.
Yep. Simulation.
Oh my god.
They're gonna make you podcast like 24 hours every day.
So yeah, that shit's
I love this.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna erase this simulation.
Fuck.
You guys can't change the.
I wonder what that Vault 69. I'm just gonna call it that. You know, just you and a bunch of shorties. I wonder what that, because at some point I feel like it's gonna, like, the shock's gonna wear off, or you might just.
It's never gonna be there, bro. They're not gonna. Like, at first it sounded great because I pictured just them all reaching to me because they needed penis in their life. That's not. They're gonna start fucking each other. Like, and I don't even fuck that good. They're gonna be doing it so much better through each other. It's gonna be crazy. I'm probably gonna be left with like 3 of them.
Okay.
If I'm lucky. Bro.
Yeah.
And even them are gonna be looking at the other side of the room and be like, "Damn, they are coming a lot." Wow.
Yeah. Man, I wish we got
that's
over
what
there.
squirting is like.
Is that a water fountain over there?
All right. Yeah.
Another funny one was some dude accidentally cloned himself one too many times, and all the clones, all they did is say Gary. That's the dude's name.
Oh, dude, that was crazy.
So all the clones murder everyone who isn't named Gary or doesn't like look like them in the vault. Like they just murdered
scary.
everyone. So
It's
it's
pretty
just
scary.
a vault full of clones of Gary.
Yeah,
And all they say is Gary. So you're like,
Does the original is he cool with that, or is he like, oh fuck, what happened?
I think he got killed also. I think he was like fighting. So the original one just is gone too. But like you walk into this vault. I think it was Fallout 3 or New Vegas.
3.
You walk 3. So
Yeah.
you walk in this vault and all you hear like when enemies are running towards you, Gary.
Yeah, it
So
gets
he
kind of
just say his
scary.
own name.
It's scary. Yeah. It's like low light situations, like Gary.
Yeah, they be creepy.
It's
bro.
very creepy. Killing the same or unaliving the same thing over and over again, like, and then it's terrifying, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I mean, there's worse situations than Fallout.
I'd be if I made a clone and that's the clone started making clones and then they're like, we don't need you.
Get rid of him.
Yeah.
No, wait.
No, Mr. Meeseeks.
I started this.
Oh, enter right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Man, would you be able to knock yourself out? Cause think about it, bro. If they said we get 1-on-1s, you get like a rest every time, but you gotta fight us.
I gotta keep beating the clones.
Yeah,
bro.
if you can't, bro, cause you gotta think, bro.
I am the original, bro. I think
That doesn't give you a leg up, bro.
What are you gonna do? Like alter their bone density while you're making them to make sure they can't fight you?
Yeah, you gotta do something
bro,
creative.
I don't know. I think like just there's a certain grit from like being pasteurized through the universe for 24 years, bro. You were just made, you know?
Yeah.
You're still soft dough, bro.
I think they have all the capabilities you have, minus injuries
And drug use.
And drug use.
Like they're like they might be 6 feet when they come out, bro. Like you don't even know.
Healthy
Clear
and
mental
shit.
state.
Clear skin. Yeah, no dandruff. It's just
Yeah.
But yeah, the Fallout show.
they got lotion on.
Just like bringing it back up, the Fallout TV show, playing the games, Marcos. I feel like you should definitely watch the show. They really.
I got to.
They really like. You want to compare like the Halo game and stuff like that? Yeah, that shit was bullshit. If you want to compare it to the game.
I feel like Halo is a hard one to make.
I don't think it was hard. They just the people who made the show never played the games before.
Mm-hmm. That's what they said.
Wow. Yeah, so it's just like they
I
did not know what the fuck was
that.
going on. And I was like,
Yeah.
why would you make a show you never like played games on? But
Money.
I know. They know they lost money from that show. They did not make money.
Yeah, it was.
But the Fallout show is really good. They kept like all the original sound effects, like the radiation in the game.
Oh man, that's
They kept the
that's in
soundtrack.
Minecraft.
Is it?
Yeah, the radiation sound. I was like, what is? Wait, I've watched way too much Fallout. I know this sound.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah.
They kept like the original soundtrack, like when you discover new stuff in games, like I forgot like the score or whatever, just like the really like heavy one. I don't know how to describe it, but
score.
The music, the soundtrack when you discover like new landmarks.
Oh, really?
They
That's
keep
cool. Like
that
the
in.
little drums and stuff
Yeah,
they play. That's
that's
I
awesome.
like that. Yeah, I gotta watch it. I definitely gotta watch it.
Or I think like one of my favorite things they added was the junk gun. You see it?
Oh,
outside,
yeah.
So you actually see
That's
someone
funny.
get killed and like there's just like a baby arm sticking out.
Oh,
And I was
my
so
God.
confused. I was like, what the fuck just happened? I was like, oh, it's the junk gun. He shot it. It's like
I wonder how that works in that game then, or in the. Because it's based off your inventory, so they must. I don't know.
I
doing
don't
too much.
question it. I was like, I'm not questioning it. It's
yeah.
just Fallout, bro.
Yeah, it's Fallout. You gotta. Yeah, even the game it doesn't make sense. What I was gonna say, I didn't mean to say. My bad. Swear jar. If you guys are enjoying the show, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell notification. Let us know if there's anything that you guys want us to talk about. We're clearly a very intelligent group of people who don't swear, who don't say in between things. Also, another thing we have coming up here is speaking about if you can knock yourself out. Yes or no?
Of course.
Of course. Okay, you might get yourself in the last second. You never
Bro.
know. You never
Bro.
know. I don't think it's happened in history yet.
Little do you know.
What?
UFC 300
Whoa.
was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks
Yeah.
ago. 300 is a good name.
Yeah, UFC 300. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a 300th event. So they do
Dang.
like, you know how Jesus won.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Year 2000.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't.
I'm just saying each event, each big event, like
No,
the year.
dude, you went from
is-
people fighting to Jesus. Like there's
Bro.
been other okay. Like
if
iPhones.
Kanye could do it.
When iPhones come out, you know what I mean? You know they got different generations.
Yeah, okay.
Wait,
This is the 300th event though.
okay, so it's not 300 years of UFC. Like there haven't been people like just.
No, you would think
Okay.
though, right?
300.
No.
It sounds kind of
No,
like.
I think they have multiple events a year, like one like every month.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Or every
then-
couple months,
Yeah,
and shit
doesn't
like
seem
that, you know?
I'm sorry, and these are like main events. Like,
Yeah.
Like, what would you compare? Is it like a Super Bowl of fighting? Is it like more of a?
Yeah, like if I could show you the one before that.
You can't show me.
Oh, sorry. Okay. The one before that was March 9th.
Okay.
And then this one coming up, so 299 was March 9th. UFC 300 was April 13th.
How did it stack? 300.
Like, well, who are the fighters?
No, I'm saying how was the event?
Oh,
you
bro,
got
the
300.
event was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and swear jar. The event was freaking insane,
Dude.
But it was unexpectedly insane because everybody was hating on it. Because everybody either wanted to see John Bones Jones,
Yeah.
the Coke Warrior, or McGregor, the alcoholic, bro. And both of those people are pretty much retired, old, or haven't fought in years. You know what I mean? So I don't really get like the extreme like hype outside of the name of those two.
Oh, I think it's the name.
Yeah, it's the name, but like as far as calibers of fighters and people that are world class fighters that like testing their skills against each other in good matchups, UFC 300 was weirdly good, and I was low-key hating on it beforehand, bro.
It sounded like you was.
I wanted to see John Jones, bro.
We need McGregor out of retirement.
Yeah, he's coming back though. They just announced him coming back. He's fighting against Chandler in the summer, bro.
Like,
Michael Chandler.
Chandler fights anybody, bro. That guy's crazy. He has a great like regime and fridge and like his own little.
Who?
Michael Chandler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I watched the.
He's
episode.
like a fridge lion or something.
No. I'm saying like he has how his setup is in his house, like how he trains as a fighter, eats as a fighter, like fitness and health.
His regimen,
right?
His
there
health
you go.
regimen.
Yeah, because he says I get my electrolytes before I drink coffee, and I was like, that's smart, because when you drink coffee, you don't really like drink any other beverage and stuff. And anyways.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, small stuff.
Yeah.
You like Michael Chandler? He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
He's entertaining. So this fight and the rollout for it is gonna be dope. But 300 was unexpectedly dope because it didn't like the rollout wasn't that crazy, but the fight just okay. Here, let me start out with just the beginning ones, man. Bo Nickel was somebody I was waiting to see fight for a while. Do you know Bo Nickel?
Nah, dude, and
Bo Nickel is this crazy wrestler, white dude.
Oh,
he looks almost like how he sounds.
Yeah, I
That's him.
Okay, yeah, he let you get mad if I laughed at it.
Yeah, no, he'll fuck you up, bro. Bo Nickel is
Yeah.
5'9" though. No, he's 6 foot, I think.
That's very
Different.
Do you think you're 6 feet tall?
It's like the same thing, bro.
You
He's
think-
6'1". Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Whoa, dude, that was crazy.
Yeah. Okay, but Bo Nickel, he's 6-0 right now. But everybody he's fought, he's like demolished. Like it's been.
Now, is that
not
saying
close,
something
dude.
though? Because Rocky was at one point getting set up with bozos.
Yeah, tomato cans.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you just get set up to go beat up anybody. UFC is a little harder because it's such a small amount
Is
of
it?
fighters.
Because no, I mean you have people who are good at wrestling, wrestling, strikers, jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Like, so I feel like that matchup is like, okay, you're gonna lose against this. Or I'm not understanding the sport.
No.
Okay.
Because then there's exceptions like Kamaru Usman and Rocky, which is his nickname. Sorry. His real name is fucking... but he's a striker, and everybody thought that wrestling was the shit after the Russians left. Nurmagomedov. What the fuck is his first name? I'm like blanking on everybody, bro.
He said, can't forget these names.
Yeah, these legends, bro. He's the fuck. Oh my god, Islam. When Islam left, bro, everyone thought wrestling was a shit. But then Usman tried to do. He's a world class wrestler here. It didn't work out. He got kicked in the head. Styles make fights for sure. But you just can't, like, I don't think there's an ultimate one, to be honest, because
they'll have the strength and weaknesses.
Yeah, bro.
The execution obviously matters a lot. Yeah, I just remember hearing about. I think it's like Tito Ortiz is his name. I don't know. There's a fighter.
Tito Ortiz. He's retired.
Yeah, I just remember he's like spin and like wow, like that.
Like that was his thing.
Yeah, it was his thing. My bad. I wish I could show you.
Yeah.
I think Ryan might be able to. Can you spin in your position? Okay. Anyways.
No, I'm gonna knock
Yeah,
shit
he was like, he'd be like here, and then he'll spin with his arm and like get enough momentum, just like that. He'd be really fast. Yeah, it's the worst way to get knocked out.
Bro, just
Tito
like
Ortiz.
thinking you have the upper hand, you just see that fucking backhand.
Yeah,
cover
dude,
you.
seeing a foot come up during a fight is very intimidating.
Like,
it's got to be said. Somebody who get their feet ready is
It's kind of off topic, but when I went airsoft in Albany and I was like shooting out there, seeing like I could see BBs like coming towards me and shit like that, and it's like the scariest shit ever. Cause I was like, I remember I turned the fucking corner and I just see this dude just like hunched on this ledge. I was like, I'm so fucked.
Yeah.
And I just see like these pink little balls just start flying my direction, and they start getting big. I'm like, this fucking duck.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to see him. I would just be like,
just bing right in the face. I was like, no, they're coming from my forehead if I don't fucking duck, bro.
Yeah.
I was able to see the paintballs. Yeah, I went paintballing. The bitches are kind of big though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, paintballs are huge.
Yeah. That's how they hurt. The welts they cause.
Okay.
Back on time. My bad.
Bo Nickel won his fight. In his post interview, he was like, "Man, I'm sorry for disappointing y'all." He was able to survive to the second round.
Wow.
Yeah, but he was mangling him. But he was just disappointed that guy was able to do anything with him. Like even stay in as long and look as good as he did.
Okay.
Which only lasted the second round. And he won by submission. All cool there. I like Bo Nickel. I want to see him fight somebody crazy.
Yeah.
I want to see him fight the Wolf. I always remember these dudes' nicknames. Bro, but they got hard names.
Yeah.
Charles Oliveira, bro, needs to retire. Yeah, he just lost again. He doesn't really need to. I just keep seeing that dude get beat up. And he kind of makes me want to stop doing jiu-jitsu.
What?
Because he does a lot of jiu-jitsu. And I don't know if y'all know this, but it's like a big part of on your back. And being comfortable with being on your back. And people keep showing him why like it's not cool.
Do they pick him up or is that illegal?
You can pick people up and slam them on their head and shit. Yeah. No, but like they're just punching him in his face while he's laying on his back. Like, cause you know what I mean? Even in my jiu-jitsu class, they're like, don't be in this position. Like, get up. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, unless you have like this locked in, like a head and arm locked, an arm triangle or a triangle locked in, an arm bar or something locked. Yeah, like an actual submission. Like why would you stay there for them to?
Yeah, because you don't want to just have your fucking legs locked on him, but your arms are just open.
If you're just doing jiu-jitsu, then it's fine because you can rest there and they can't. They got to figure out what to do. Yeah. You know, there's not really many submissions they could do from being caught in your guard. But if they have their hands open, your face is right there. And if they don't knock you out, bitch, your nose is bleeding, swelling.
That's the worst feeling. Just getting hit in the nose.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It stinks like you so could bad.
Feel like your nose just. It's like, why would you let that happen? It's the worst feeling. I feel blood without bleeding, bro. It's just the most uncomfortable. Bop.
It is.
I hate when that shit forces me to cry, and I know I'm not crying, bro. My eyes are just watering. I'm fine, bro. But like
that shit hurts. Damn. My face reacting. That shit hurting.
Yeah. Like, bitch.
Nah, bro, you can cry. It's fine.
No, bro, you can't cry. Not when your girlfriend hits you in the nose. On accident, dude. They can't.
Why would you?
Yeah, bro, it's good, but fuck, man, watch out. Like, it's not.
Okay, so
the first Chinese fight. Ryan, any thoughts? Between two champions. So this is the first championship fight between two Chinese people and their women.
And
their name is Weiling Zhang and Yang Zhangnan. Any thoughts? Weiling Zhang won 5th round decision. The Chinese be fuck like, bro. They are some rowdy motherfuckers, man. Like every Chinese dude I seen fight for the UFC has been like we're brawling out. Has been a crazy fast striker and shit.
Yeah,
they produce some warriors out there, man.
Yeah,
but also they be like, everyone, please visit China. China's great for everybody. Yeah. And I'm like, oh shit, you guys are being trained by the government. That's why, bro. That's just different.
I think they might just like it, but yeah, sure. I mean, I guess any theory is a theory. You know what I mean? It's never not a possibility. You know what I mean? Like, there's always, even if it's the smallest fraction of a fraction, it's still a possibility.
Yeah. This is the
highlight,
the main event. The main events of the evening.
What happened?
But it's not even the biggest fight. I just want to talk about it before, bro. It's Alex Pereira versus Jamal Sweet Dreams Hill. That's his nickname. Yeah. Potan is Alex Pereira's nickname. Yeah, he's real into the tribal shit and whatnot. Bro, Alex didn't say nothing preparing for the fight because he doesn't speak English, so he doesn't really have very much of a rollout. Yeah. Jamal, Sweet Dreams Hill did all of the talking for both of them. And Jesus, bro, like, he wanted everybody to know that, like, he and him were going to stand in the middle of the ring. We're going to be trading shots because Alex is known for being a power hitter. Like, he's known for laying people out. And Jamal's like, bro, I hit hard too. He's coming up to our weight division. Like, and we're finna see, like, I'm finna show y'all power. And Jamal just coming off an injury, like, I think like a torn ACL or something. Dang. Yeah, so he said he's fully, like, healed from that shit. And he's coming back to get his title and stuff back.
Man, that sounds like it sounds like he's on the redemption road, and what it sounds like. Go ahead, I probably should let you talk. Yeah, Sweet Dreams.
KO round 1.
Wow.
Damn.
Sweet Dreams. Yeah, Sweet Dreams Hill, bro. He got caught with a weird uppercut hook thing. I don't even know. Potan just has, like, concrete hands, dude. He beat Francis Ngannou's punch record for being the hardest hitter in the world, bro. They have, like, an actual little pound.
Yeah, no, I watched Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you get it, bro.
Yeah, Vegeta it. Yep.
He hit that, bro. He hits harder than fucking Francis Ngannou, bro. Yeah. Yeah. You know just the mass around Francis Ngannou? Like, I don't know how you produce that power.
And yeah.
Perfect technique.
Oh, my God. And imagine that dude just hitting you. It was...
And that's what you least expect, too. Whatever concoction that was, you know what I mean,
Concoction was a knuckle sandwich, bro.
Yeah.
And it was just like a little tap, and he just...
I mean, yeah.
And, like, it just, you could see his eyes just roll back. Yeah. Bro. It was bad. And he still contested like he was about to get back up. Yeah, Potan.
They waved him. Yeah.
That Thunder Fist is what I'd be scared about, bro. Because I know when they be out, but that ref don't come in with the... In time, they always...
One more to finish it off.
Bro, it gets crazy.
That's scary. You're like, no, wait, I'm stunned.
Yeah, that reminds me of... Ragnarok, God of War.
Yeah,
when Kratos fights
when
Thor.
He fights Thor, bro.
That part was like, dang.
Yeah. He said, no, you're not going down.
Revived him so we could whoop his ass again.
It's fucking crazy.
You're not done yet.
The true main event of the evening,
which was the co-event.
Yeah, for the BMF belt, the baddest mother effer belt.
Yeah. You know, you've been cussing for 16 minutes straight. You could just say what the belt is, bro. All
right, the BMF belt, bro. Yeah. The Big Meech belt.
Yes, that's okay.
Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway, bro. I was excited.
Nicknames?
No.
What? What are you talking, dude? We had Sweet Dreams. We had what? Are you serious?
Nicknames yet? I guess.
I don't know Max Holloway's nickname.
Oh, okay. But how do you get assigned one?
They just say it in like your rollout, like when you're coming out.
So you pick it. Yeah, got you.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Yeah.
I didn't make these nicknames up.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'm just kind of wish you
had. I thought they just had nicknames based on what you'd be doing.
Okay, fine, guys. Max Holloway, the Hawaiian Punch versus Justin Gaethje. What was that one book that we all used to like when we were kids? That was like stick figures. It had Greg in it.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Bam! Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Gaethje.
Swear.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Okay. My money's on Hawaiian Punch.
Well, you just hit.
Yeah, Hawaiian Punch is cool,
bro. It was just, if you haven't seen the knockout.
Oh, it was a knockout.
Go fucking watch it. This is like, it's just something that you have to experience, bro. I was on the toilet while watching it, bro.
Okay.
Like I was because I was so locked into the fight. Like I had to bring it in there with me.
He's been shitting done shitting for 10 minutes. You let it dry up on
40,
his ass.
bro.
40, you let it dry up on his ass.
Nothing. I was sweating, bro. This fight was crazy, man.
Man.
But I was yelling from the bathroom at this point. Max Holloway's call for action to the middle of the ring, bro, is one of the most legendary things ever. Like, it's just, first of all, Max Holloway's never been knocked out, like, in his whole career, which is a crazy feat to manage.
Yeah.
When you're throwing with you're not even wearing boxing gloves. Like, you're wearing pretty much, you're damn near bare fist. And you have over, like, 30 fights in the UFC. Like, it's crazy, dude. He's been fighting since he was, like, 21 in there. Like, he's a veteran in there, but he's just now hitting his prime. Because he just been he joined really young. But Max Holloway's a beast, bro. It's crazy. I thought he was going to get knocked in this fight. Because Justin Gaethje is known for being, like, an extremely hard hitter. But he doesn't look like it at all. And people are like, I guess who said, I think it was Islam, said he kicks extremely hard. Like, I was trying not to, I guess, show it during the fight, but that motherfucker, bro, hit, like, his kicks are just concrete. It's crazy. So when he hit Max, dude, it was a couple times where he went down, ooh, this shit is not looking good. But literally last minute, at last 10 seconds, Max calls it. By the way, his logo is like this, and it's like an M for Max, and then there's like this H thing at the end, but it looks like a hand pointing down.
That's dope.
It's fucking crazy, bro. What a cool dude. But he calls him in, bro, last 10 seconds, and they're just banging it out. And he has his old, like this... Podcast over, bro. Podcast fucking over, bro. Wow.
At the last second, too. It's our last topic.
And thank you for coming to the FLYBUCK Podcast.
Make sure you guys tune into we'll go back to the UFC 300 fight to see the super climactic ending, just like how we experienced. We're going to spend some time and resources, Ryan, to clean this up. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell notification.
KO'd the light in one hit.
Yeah.
That's scary as hell.